crime scene. Victim appears to be unresponsive and is at 10:54. Checking pulse now. Victim appears to be dead. We need EMS and backup on standby. Anyone to dispatch? We are beginning to set up the CSI kit. We are beginning the investigation now. Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, please calm down. We need to ask you some basic questions. No need to be aggressive. Ma'am, get on the ground now. Get on your knees. Put your hands over your head and interlock your fingers. Head up. Don't move. We're only detaining you. No need to be aggressive. Come with me, ma'am. We're gonna sit you down. Walk slowly. Don't try anything bad, okay? Sit down. We're just gonna ask you some basic questions. So what are you doing here so late at night?
Well, I live here.
You live here? So why are you trying to resist right now?
Well, I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was just playing with my friends.
Playing with your friends? What friends?
My friends right there.
What friend? I don't see any friends. Is this your friend?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we can find the time of death using this equation right here, and we're going to use these to plug into the equation. So T represents the temperature after T time, Ts represents the temperature of the room, and To represents the initial temperature of the body, and T represents time. I'm about to plug these in. So then, once I have this, I divide by 5.4, which will cancel out this, and divide this by 5.4. And then, I'm going to rewrite the equation right here. So once I have this, I use ln to cancel the e. So then it's ln of 2.3 divided by 5.4. And then I'm going to rewrite it again over here. So then it equals to negative 2k, so I divide by negative 2, and then divide all this by negative 2, which would equal to, let's see, plug it in the calculator, and use that to find the logarithmic equation.
0.427.
Okay, so for 0.427, so that's what k is. There you go. Okay, so now that we have rate of k, we can find out the time of death. This time, T is 90.4 degrees at 3 a.m., but the temperature of the room remains the same at 85 degrees. And now the temp TO is 98.6 at the average human body temperature. So now we're going to plug these numbers in. Okay. So this equals to 5.4, and this equals to 13.6, and then it's e to negative 0.427 t. So we're going to divide by 13.6, which will cancel this out. So then it's 5.4 divided by 13.6 equals e to the negative 0.427 t. So once we have this, we use ln to cancel out the e, which equals to ln of 5.4 divided by 13.6 equals negative 0.427 t. So then we divide by negative 0.427 t and divide by negative 0.427. So once we get that, t would equal to, let's see, I plug it in the calculator.
2.16.
2.16.
6.
6.66. Okay. So once we get that, how much would that be in hours?
2 hours and 10 minutes.
Okay, 2 hours and 10 minutes. So it was 2 hours and 10 minutes before 3 a.m., so that would equal to 12:50 a.m., which is the time of the murder. At 4, I've arrived at the scene, proceeding with the question.
Nothing ever stops all these thoughts and the pain attached to them. Sometimes I wonder why this is happening. It's like nothing I can do would distract me when I think of how I shot myself in the back again. Cause from the infinite words I can say, I put all the pain you gave to me on display, but didn't realize instead of setting it free, I took what I hated and made it a part of me.
Where were you at approximately 12:50 a.m.?
221.
So how long were you there?
12:55.
Okay. So what time did you get to your house?
105. My neighbor can drive home.
How do you know Tyrone Wilson?
We got our documents together.
And how long have you known him?
3 or 4 years.
Sounds good. Alright. That'll be all for now. I'm gonna stay here. Are you Sasha Gray?
Yes.
Okay, I need to ask you a few questions regarding the murder of your husband.
Yes.
Is that okay? Can we come inside?
Yes.
Okay. Where can we sit down?
You can go to the living room.
Okay. Okay. I know this is a touchy subject, but we need to get through this so we can find out who killed your husband. Is that okay? Alright. Where were you at approximately 12:50 a.m.?
I was at the movies.
You're at the movies?
Yes.
Okay, and at what time did you leave?
I left at 1:30 a.m. I arrived home at 2.
Okay. And how long were you guys married?
We have been married for 2 years.
Alright. So, were you guys going through any problems?
No, I really do.
Hello, ma'am. I need to ask you a couple questions regarding the murder of Tyrone Wilson. Okay, I'm gonna come at you with this first. Where were we at approximately 12:50 a.m.?
I was having lunch with the president.
Lunch with the president, really? At 12:50 a.m. Okay. So how well did you know Tyrone Wilson?
We dated in high school and we were planning on going to the same university, but he got accepted and I didn't. So I got obsessed with that and I lost my job and my house.
I'm sorry to hear that, but when was the last time you saw him?
I don't know.
Okay, so I've gathered all my evidence and I've come to a conclusion that you are in fact the murderer.
Ah!